We may be upset, we may be fearful, we may have anxiety, we may be depressed, but angry is not the word to go with.
There's a lot of animosity that Black women can't really preach about because they're looked upon a different way. So I'm glad that we're bringing up a podcast that could let us let it all out.
I just think I might be passionate about whatever it is that I'm speaking of.
We might need to redefine that. We're going to address that.
I am a professional, outgoing, energetic.
We're not angry. I'm bringing down the umbrella. They put us under an umbrella of angry Black women.
Black women are victims of a negative stereotype that we're always angry.
Angry is what you call it, and that's not always what it is.
Angry Black women.
Angry Black women.
Angry Black women.
Yeah, that's ignorance.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to ABW. Okay, so this is the Angry Black Woman podcast. My name is Tricia. I'm with Adri and Shanikqua. Welcome. So pretty much this podcast is going to be about what Black women experience 24/7 and where the stereotype of being an angry Black woman came from, why we're always portrayed that way. But first, let me introduce everyone. First, Adri.
Hey y'all, my name is Adri. I'm from the Detroit area. I am a single mom of two and I work in the healthcare industry.
Okay. And Shanikqua.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining ABW because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be with us here to hear our different viewpoints.
Okay. So today we're pretty much going to be discussing what are we asked most as Black women. Okay? Because Black women do experience the world in a different way from other people. Because one, we're women, and two, we're Black. So we get the double whammy when it comes to that. Okay. So I don't know what to say.
Okay, let's just put it out there. So, when you in your everyday life, what do people ask you the most? Like, what do you encounter the most as a Black woman?
The number one thing I'm always hearing is how does your hair? How do you do your hair like that? Or your hair's a different style every time I see you. Like that right there. It's like, how do you do it? Can I touch it? Oh Lord,
Yeah.
can I touch it? Like we ever asked them, can we touch their hair? No.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? Like the whole um tape-ins and micro-links and clip-ins and all that stuff was a thing way before we adopted it. Way before. And it still is. And they probably make more money in their industry with it than we do secretly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I just with the sewing. So yeah.
Listen,
I would have to say,
long
I'm
and slowly
so
today
true,
and come tomorrow again.
So what I would say at the tender age of 44, what I'm always asked is one, why you not married? Or two, how did you start a new normal once my daughter went away to college? So let's touch on my new normal of creating a new normal when my daughter went away to college. And it was simply just digging within myself, what I like, what I dislike, getting more into my health and my workout regimens and diving more into work and working on myself. And which I'm so glad that I have done because I'm outside now. When my daughter gone, I don't feel bad out. I mean, people. So yeah. So the adjustment was very big. It was difficult at first, but I got through it.
Mm-hmm.
So what did that take? Like, how did you get there?
Oh, at first I was crying every day. My daughter would leave like little notes around the house, and I would find her while I'm cleaning up and I'm boohoo crying. But it took me talking to her every day, me bugging her because kids, young adults, they don't call their parents. So I would call
Mhm.
her daily to check up on her, how was class. And once I saw that she was okay, oh, I was fine. I was
Mm.
fine to go outside.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
funny.
I feel like I get asked a lot, like, how are you? How did you get here? Like, how are you here? Um, from a educational perspective, like, so I am from the Detroit area, but I work in the suburbs of Detroit in a predominantly white facility. Let me not say white, where black women are the minority. Let me say that. And so a lot of times when I encounter people, they're like, "Oh, you work here? Are you cleaning the room? Are you EBS? Like, are you bringing my food?" Like, no, no, that's not what this is. And so
At
I
all.
think a lot of times when you're not from a group of, where when you don't work in a group of people that look like you or come from where you come from, there's a lot of how do we have this in common? How is this a thing?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they just expect us not to be at the level that some of us are getting to. So no, it's bothersome. I don't know if y'all experienced it.
Oh, all the time.
So how do you deal with it? Like, what is your approach? Because I got a little snap to me sometimes.
They're always shocked when they see us in certain positions. Like, um, my job, for example, I'm not just only someone who works there, I am a lead. So to have a black woman as the lead, it's like pretty shocking. And then it's like, wait, you're the one taking care of me? Yes, it's me. Yes, I'm the one that taught all these people that you thought were taking care of you. I have way more knowledge than the people and way more experience than the people you thought were taking care of you. And it's just like, why is that even a thing? And then once again, when you get into those experiences, there goes the hair. Oh my gosh, your braids are so pretty. Can I see? How do they do it? And it's just like, come on, man.
Sit there.
Come on, man.
But see, I love that little flex when they like, who's in charge, or the black girl with the braids.
Yep, right there.
Right,
Just like that.
right,
Yep.
right.
Yep. Y'all shocked?
That
Yep,
is
it's
her.
me. It's me. All
Go
the
on,
time.
sister.
All the
I'll be
time.
secretly cheering. Yes.
Right?
Right, right.
Exactly. So another thing is a lot of people find black women intimidating. And I mean, at times I can see how I'm intimidating because, we do have a lot of knowledge because we have to work a lot harder than other people to get where we're at. It's not just fed to us. We really have to work harder. And because we have to work harder, I personally feel like we have more push, more knowledge. I feel like we actually work harder. So I can see how black women can be intimidating in that way, but I feel like also they are intimidated because what? There's a stereotype that all black women are loud, that we're all rude, and I am not a fan of that. But what do you guys think?
Make you want to go first?
Um, I mean, I guess if we're going, I'm loud. I'm sorry. Like when I walk into a room, hey, how you doing? I'm bringing in energy, but
Hmm.
that's just who I am. Everybody, even some black people can't take me. So it just depends on where you are and your actual setting. But
Hmm.
it's okay to not be okay for everyone. It's just I'm assuming you have to know how to turn it on and off and where you are. Like in my line of work, I am a leader. I am taking control. So it just depends on your audience and how they, I guess, perceive you to be.
Hmm.
See, I don't mind being intimidating. Like, because of what you said, like, we come from a place where it took me longer to get here, or maybe I worked harder to get here. So, baby, if I intimidate you, I'm not sorry at
I
all.
know.
Okay? Because my grind was
Period.
way different. So, if that's intimidating, you need to step yours up.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I
That's
totally
that.
agree.
That's that. Because I'm going to brag about everything. And you
Hmm.
What?
going to know who I am when I lead a room.
That's true. That is
Command it,
true.
baby. Command that room when you walk in. Yes.
Yep. That's how we gotta be sometimes because they don't understand.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hmm. Um, I mean, I think those were like the two main questions. And I'm only talking because I know Mario can edit this out. I think those were like the two main questions that we said we were gonna discuss.
I believe we were supposed to talk about your most misunderstood trait.
My most my most misunderstood
Oh.
trait is that I am rude in the workplace because I am very honest and I'm not I can say something in a nice way, but I'm going to get my point across. I'm not going to baby you. We're all adults. And so my most misunderstood trait is being rude. And I personally think I'm not because especially when I'm trying to get my point across to something, when I'm trying to coach somebody, when I'm trying to teach someone something, I'm doing it with a smile. I'm smiling. I'm trying to show you like, look, I'm not against you. I'm working with you. I'm trying to help you. But they always tend to see that it's rude only for the simple fact that I don't know if someone else says it to them, they're okay. And the other person can say it, no smile, nothing, and they're okay. But I come off as rude. So that's my most misunderstood trait.
Hmm, that's interesting.
That yeah, that is.
Yeah, right?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But you're right. That I mean, that could go either way, no matter what cultural background
Mm-hmm.
it is. I could go either way.
Yep, yep.
I think my most misunderstood trait is my guard, my boundaries. I think that goes back to us being like angry black women. Like it's not anger; it comes from a place of something. Something happened for me to be this way. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not shut. I'm not shutting people out, and I'm not. Oh, she got this wall up. But I'm protective. There's reasons for that. Like I said, I'm a single mom of two, so I got cubs. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
to get to them, you got to get through me first, and it is a wall. But taking down those bricks comes with someone providing trust. All right, I'm gonna take down the brick. Somebody providing consistency. Okay, I'm gonna take down the brick. And I think that's misunderstood to have a boundary or a wall. And it's like, I have those things, but I have what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's standards, there's things, and I think that's misunderstood with us
Mm-hmm.
or with me, I should say.
I would think for myself, my most misunderstood trait is that I have a control spirit, but I don't think I have a control spirit. It's just I'm very task oriented. So when it comes to work, if I feel I'm well versed in that particular topic or project, I'll take the lead. Not that I won't receive anyone else to help me, but you're gonna have to prove that your idea might be a little better than mine. But I'm working on that. I'm working on that because I don't know everything. And there are other, ideas that will be far much greater. But of course, in education is sort of like a competition almost to say where your school better perform. So in that essence, yeah, we're gonna bring the heat. So
So I know like we're closing towards the end of the things we wanted to talk about, but one thing that I think is important for us to do is to highlight other Black women. And so I just want to highlight y'all this time for this first segment. I think talking to each other in person and over the phone is one thing, but to do it on a platform is completely different. Things you want to say, you kind of like, oh, should I say that? Is that too raw? Is that too real? So just for all of us to step out of our comfort zone and to do this together, I'm kudos. I'm giving y'all accolades this time. Y'all are my highlighted Black women for this
oh,
segment.
Thank you.
I'll receive my roses.
Take them, girl.
Yes, this is something very different for all of us. You're right. Doing this on a platform is 100% different than sitting here just talking to your girls, having a drink, you know, because you really do. Like, it's like, okay, can I say that? Should I say that? All right. But this is what this is about. ABW, man. We really have to get our points across because half the times we end up getting muted.
Oh yeah. So
Hmm.
who are you highlighted, Trisha?
um, so I recently was talking about that whole Amanda Gorman situation with the whole banding of books. Like that whole story really, really killed me. You have a beautiful black woman that's uh doing something good for herself. She wrote the book, The Hill We Climb. She even performed this poem at Biden's inauguration. And it's like for one parent to say, this is inappropriate for my child to read and get off. Not just that book banned, but got two other books banned by Black authors. It's like, what type of society we living in now? So someone can't speak their own opinion. Like the whole point of people writing books and poems is writing their opinion. If I don't agree with your opinion, I'm not going to read it. That's simple. I'm not going to get a book banned to take away from other students' opportunity to read it, to form their own opinion. So I got to highlight her, Miss Amanda, for fighting for what she believes in because, baby, mm-mm.
It's a no.
Yeah. So what are your
All
thoughts
right.
on that? Especially you, Shaniqua, because you're in the education.
Yes. That was a sad day to see a lot of books piled up that we are no longer able to use.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's great about that though is about 2 weeks later, they ended up between that book and two other books. I cannot remember the other two books' name at the moment, but um, I know that they had an event in Coral Gables that they have. I can't remember the name of the church, but I do know that the church has a sanctuary for banned books. And pretty much what it is that they collect books so they can give them out for free, the banned books. So the info and the what's the word I'm looking for? What they're trying to get out is still getting out there and letting other people form their opinions. So they literally got about 2,000 books, got people to buy 2,000 books. So they had an event to give out all the books for free. And I believe Amanda Gorman was in attendance for this event. So that's pretty cool that, she wasn't just going to sit there and let her book get banned from the school because of one parent. That in the complaint had what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not trying to you can edit this part out, Mario. I'm not trying to be racist, but when you read her complaint, she wasn't she looked like she needed to read more books pretty much. She needed a little bit more education when she was complaining as well. I don't know the nice way to say that, so I'm just gonna say
She
like
had a lot of typos.
a lot. Yeah.
She needed to go back.
I didn't want to be rude. It's just like but yeah,
Yeah. So,
that
and it's our job as parents too to make sure that we educate our kids at home because now, unfortunately, things that we could get away with and dive deeper into, we aren't
mm-hmm,
able to now. So we just
mm-hmm,
have to do a better job at our home and in our communities and maybe nonprofit organizations to get out there to expose our youth to more literature.
mm-hmm,
We have some homework to do.
yep.
And to piggyback off of you, Trish, my mom was a librarian. And I don't know if my mama see this. She's really not into social media. Maybe I'll show her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to highlight my mom. My mom, again, she was a librarian. She was forced to retire. My mom had a brain tumor and never been the same since the brain tumor, but she is steadily progressing. She's doing very well. So I just want to highlight my mom. She is my shero. So
Aww.
Kudos to mom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for joining us for our ABW podcast. We hope to see you next month, same time, same place.
Look, might be different hair,
Oh,
but we'll be there.
yeah, because it's going to come out. So hopefully it'll be different help for me next.